Hello, I'm Louise and welcome to the Now, the Spiritual News Show for the week starting Monday the 24th of December 2012. So we'll start with the reading for this week. This week's all about communicating, and not just communicating with other people, speaking your truth and being yourself, being your authentic self and speaking your truth, although there will be an aspect of that. This is also about communication with your spiritual team. And so in the shifting energies that we're experiencing over the next 3 days, we're all going to have this heightened consciousness. We're going to be opened up to this heightened consciousness where we'll be able to have much more access to our spiritual team. So we're going to be co-creating with spiritual beings and with our higher self much more than we've been aware of before, or that most of us have been aware of before. And so communication, not just with those people around you, and being really true to yourself, but also with the spiritual world too. So don't be surprised if you start maybe hearing things or getting information through thoughts just popping into your mind, answers to your questions, things like that. Especially over the next 3 days from today, and today is Friday the 21st of December. The next 3 days we're going to be bombarded with these higher consciousness energies from a planetary alignment, and this is the end of that shift period that I've been talking about. So it's when these realities, when this new reality is cemented, is the new energies are actually brought down here and will remain here. And this is also a great week to focus on joy too. And so of course Christmas week is always a good time for focusing on joy anyway, but more than that, we are going to be given an understanding, a spiritual understanding through this higher consciousness that's coming about over the next 3 days. And so you're going to feel joy naturally anyway, and perfect timing with it being around Christmas, because we tend to feel this joy and this unity, this togetherness around this time of year anyway. Something to be aware of is not buying into fear. And so while the two realities are still in communication with each other, so while we are still having people around us that are unawakened and in a state of fear, it's important not to buy into that fear, so not to reconnect back with that, to just keep on going, keep on focused on love, keep on focused on unity, on joy, and on what it is that you want from life, what kind of world that you really want to live in. This is a great time for daydreaming, for dreaming, especially over the next 3 days, from the 21st to the 24th of December. To daydream about what it is that you really want to experience, what you want to live. Lots of limitations are going to be released over the coming months, starting from today onwards. And with these limitations released, we're going to be able to recreate ourselves. And so just as you would recreate yourself, say, when you are starting a new job or when you're starting a new school, you can kind of leave things behind that don't really serve you anymore, and you're opening up to a whole new set of parameters, and you can kind of recreate yourself. You can decide what you really want to move forward when you do that kind of thing, maybe when you move house, when you move jobs, when you move schools, things like that. We are in that same time now, or we will be in the next 3 days and the coming months after that. And so it's all about recreating ourselves and deciding what we really want to be and do with our time, and what we want to create, and how we'd like to, what our gift is to the world, what we'd really like to add to the world. And that's totally up to us. It's really up to us what we want to do with that. So what we've got over the next 3 days, so this whole ending of the shift and the 21st, which is today, of December 2012, we have a planetary alignment in which the energies of the sun that have been heightening our conscious awareness of ourselves So this energy of the sun has been in solar flares, and it's been coming now for the last year and a month. It has been increasing our conscious awareness of ourselves. It has been speeding up time. It has been allowing us to manifest more instantly things that we're thinking about, things that we're focusing on. We're reaching this kind of saturation point of that now. So the intensity of those frequencies is going to be at its most intense over the next 3 days. And that means that we're going to be open to higher consciousness, which isn't an unusual thing for people like me, but it will be for a lot of people watching this. And so you're going to be getting information through knowledge, instant understandings, instant solutions. You're going to be getting inspiration, ideas, all sorts of things are going to come through directly into your mind. And it's very similar to the way that I work. And you're going to experience this, and it's all going to be particular to you because you're connected with your higher self and your spiritual team. So there's other spirits as well as your higher self that are in the spiritual world that are connected to you, and you're like a team. You're the team player that's on this earth, co-creating with them and manifesting things into this earth reality here. And so that is your position, and it's going to be much clearer to you that you're co-creating with these spiritual forces. And so that might take a little bit of getting used to for some people, and it will probably be a welcome change to a lot of people. So it's important to make note of the ideas, the inspiration that you get, any information that you get through. Note it down. Make sure you make notes of it. Maybe record yourself. Record these ideas. You don't want to lose those ideas, and you want to act on them as soon as possible, because this window of manifestation is open. It's not going to close. It doesn't need to close. But the more that we act on the inspiration that comes through, the ideas that come through, the more we actually take action on those straight away to put them into place, the more we're kind of bringing that energy down to earth and keeping it here. And so we don't want it to be like when you've had a really good meditation session and you're feeling amazing, you're feeling really connected, you're feeling really peaceful, you've got a higher understanding, and then go back to what you were doing before and forget all about it. We don't want that to happen this time. We want to really cement ourselves in this new reality and keep ourselves there. And so it requires us to act on this information that comes through. Again, if you need any help with that, then I'm available to help on behealing.com. So this week, really, we have been working toward this week and the energies that are coming through this week for a long time now. We've been in preparation. There's no big hurdle to get over this week. There's nothing in particular that we really need to do. We have been elevating our consciousness. We've been elevating our vibration. We've been balancing ourselves. We've been getting into that positive mindset and positive energies for some time now, so that we're ready for this. Things that might have taken us 2 hours of constant meditation to manifest or to get into a state now are happening in a very short period of time. So it's not like you even need to spend a lot of time in meditation, although you might want to do that. You might want to spend more time in meditation. I know for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have been spending a lot more time in meditation. Not long meditations, 15 minutes to an hour, but a few times a day, and you might have that same urge to do the same thing. It's not necessary that you need to do that. Don't force yourself to do anything. Just do things that make you feel happy. Again, as I said, it's perfect timing for this around Christmas, when people get together and you can have your minds taken off this and focus on joy. And so that's this week, a very pivotal time for a lot of us, to change our reality and to change the way that we're living. We can make the most of these energies that are coming through and really bring them down. This is the time when we're actually bringing these heaven energies down to earth now, and so that we can have it here. And it's up to us to do that, because we are the conscious creators of this. We're the ones that have asked for it. We're the ones that have set this intention that we want to experience more. We want to have better experiences. We want to leave behind things that we just don't need anymore. A lot of that contrast and a lot of that negativity, we just don't need it in our lives anymore in order to be able to expand much more. So think about what you want to experience, and allow that information to come through you and open up to that. So thank you for listening. Have a fantastic Christmas and have a fantastic Ascension, and I will see you next week. Bye.